The game developer of FFVIII Remake wanted to respect the original game. They also wanted the game to be a new experience for the player, but still allow them to reminisce about their past gaming experience. I believe this was best done by introducing the Whisper system and alternate timeline theory. Since Remake was developed for players who played the original game, Final Fantasy VII, Before Crisis, The Rage of Cerberus, and Crisis Core, I will provide some context for those who have not played the previous or forgot about the original games in relation to the remake scenes in this video. What is Whisper? This is how Red 13 explained Whisper.
Whispers. Perhaps best described as arbiters of fate. They are drawn to those who attempt to alter destiny's course and ensure they do not.
This means that the event is already predetermined from the beginning to the end of time. In this case, the original Final Fantasy VII game with the prequel and sequel games are the predetermined events. What makes Remake different from the original game is being able to alter the events from the original story. This is where the Whisper comes in. The Whispers are like the Time Police. When an event happens that is different from the original, they try to fix it at a later time so it can follow the proper course. Spoiler alert, I'm going to be going over a comparison between the original and the remake game.
Warning. Spoiler alert. Warning. Spoiler alert. In 3, 2, 1. You have been warned.
You son of a bitch! What have you done?
In late September of New Era 7, originally Zack was going to Midgar. Along the way, Zack had to fight the Shinra army. On Zack's dying breath, he gave his Buster Sword to Cloud. In the remake, Shinra army also gathered like the original, but there were Whisper floating around. I don't have a good explanation on why they are there.
Damn it! You want to explain yourself, partner?
Excellent.
Now I will go over the biggest bomb drop of the remake game. Zack survived the last stand. There are 3 pieces of evidence showing alternative timeline theory in Zack's scene that will show that there are different timelines between Zack and Cloud's story. This was hinted in the Final Fantasy VII Remake Ultimatum. I'm going to be using a translated version by, I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, Akamochi, to point out the evidence. On a scene where Zack is holding Cloud passing by Cloud and Aerith, where they did not notice each other. First, this happened at 2 different times. Zack's last stand was around late September of New Era 7, while Cloud and Aerith left Midgar on December 14th of that same year. Second, in the same scene, Zack and Cloud are both holding Buster Sword. In the original timeline, Zack gave his Buster Sword to Cloud on his dying breath, but Zack still has his Buster Sword since he survived. This is another hint that these events happen at different timelines. Even the integrated ending scene shows Zack still has the Buster Sword. The last evidence showing the different dimensions is the terrier dog breed as Stamp, Shinra mascot. Appears on a bag of chips where Zack survives the last stand. But throughout the gameplay of the remake game, you will see a beagle dog breed as Stamp. In December 9th of New Era 7, after a Reactor 1 explosion, original Cloud was supposed to have a quick encounter with the Flower Girl, which we will find out later to be known as Aerith. The remake version of this scene, Sephiroth, used telepathy on Cloud to slow him down, to prevent him from meeting with Aerith. The Whisper fixed this by keeping Aerith in the same location until they meet.
What?
Okay, here is an explanation of what happened in the original game that was not covered in the remake. Sephiroth is the main antagonist in the original game, but he did not appear in the Midgard portion of the game. For Sephiroth to attack Cloud's mind this early in the game was a pleasant surprise. The metal attack was able to happen because in the past, Cloud was experimenting with Sephiroth cells and Mako to become one of Sephiroth's clone. Sephiroth can mentally interact with his clones.
It's all in the mind.
What exactly is it you're trying to say, Merc?
Sorry, this scene is kinda confusing. Let me give you an analogy. Cloud sees a cute girl, Aerith. He wants to ask her out, but Cloud's conscience, Sephiroth, tells him she's too good for you, you'll get rejected. Cloud's wingman, Whisper, tells Aerith, "Hi, my buddy Cloud over there thinks you're cute, but he's a bit shy to talk with you. So can you go chat with him for a bit?"
I see now.
At 7 Heaven on December 10th, originally Avalanche needed help for the next mission, to bomb Reactor 5, so they hired Cloud. In the remake, Tifa was going to help on his next mission, which gave them their 5-man party, so they did not need to hire Cloud. The next day, on December 11th, the Whisper started their plan where they made Cloud sleep in so he did not leave before the group left for the new mission. Once Cloud woke up, they led him to Avalanche Group where they injured Jesse. Due to being one person short, Barrett hired Cloud for the next mission. On December 12th, Cloud woke up at Sector 5 Church. The story started out with Reno's group coming into the church trying to take Aerith, so Aerith convinced Cloud to be her bodyguard. This is where Cloud should have taken Aerith to run to the back of the church. Instead, Cloud fought Reno's group. During the fight, Cloud was about to kill Reno, but the Whisper interfered. Then the Whisper pushed Cloud and Aerith back to the church. Back in the original, Cloud and Aerith was going to the upper level of the church. Aerith slipped to the lower level when Shinra's officers shot at her direction. Aerith either had to fight or got help from Cloud to escape. The change in the remake is when Aerith slipped, the Whisper was protecting Aerith from being captured until Cloud dropped the chandelier to help Aerith escape. Originally, after leaving the train graveyard, Cloud's party found out that there was an attack on a pillar at Sector 7 train station. But in the remake, Cloud's party found out about the attack much earlier from Dawn. To slow him down, the Whisperer attacked Cloud's party so they don't reach the pillar too early. In both games, Big and Jesse were both hurt defending the pillar. The Whisperer only showed up to confirm that they were hurt. Back in the original, at the top of the pillar, the Turks pressed their emergency plate release system button, then fought Cloud's party. In the remake, Reno authorized the plate separation, but did not confirm. Cloud's party fought the Turks. Tifa was trying to deactivate the plate separation authorization, but Rude ran to the controls to stop her. The Whisper prevented Cloud and Barrett from interfering with Rude. Rude was able to knock out Tifa and confirm the plate separation. Cloud's party survived the plate collapse, and they helped look for survivors. During their search, they found Wedge at Shinra's underground lab. This event is the first event that the Whisper did not fix right away, causing the Beagle timeline to shift away from the predetermined events. On December 13th, at the lab of the 68th floor of the Shinra building, Cloud's party's first interaction with Hojo is when they freed Aerith and Red 13. In the remake, at Hojo's lab on the 66th floor, Hojo told Cloud that he was not a soldier, and as Cloud was trying to remember something, the Whisper pulled Hojo away from Cloud before he could say anything else. In this case, the Whisper was trying to prevent him from remembering his real identity. You see, in the original game, Cloud got the case of the post-traumatic stress disorder from the Mako poison and seeing his friend die in front of him. This caused him to have amnesia and assume that his identity was a first-class soldier.
Okay.
Back in the remake, in Aerith's old room, Aerith about to tell the group who was the actual enemy, but the Whisper stopped her. Later they found out that Wedge was in the Shinra building, and he was able to convince the Avalanche group to attack Shinra to help them escape. This was the beginning of the butterfly effect caused by Wedge's survival. As Cloud party headed towards the roof, they found President Shinra hanging off the roof on the 70th floor. This was different from the original because they found President Shinra alive, which means they found him before Sephiroth clone. This allowed them to witness Sephiroth clone stabbing President Shinra. Sephiroth clone stabbing also continued to Barrett. The Whisper healed him because he was not supposed to die. FYI, Sephiroth clone are the people in the black clothes with the number tattoo on their body. They were the same experiment as Cloud, but they were successful unlike Cloud, who was considered a failure. At the Shinra building on the 64th floor, the Whisper killed Wedge by pushing him out of the window, because he was not supposed to survive the plate separation. This fix was a little too late for the Whisper because the timeline already shifted away from the original timeline. Both games shows Cloud's party escaping on Midgar Expressway from Shinra forces. The remake added debris as an obstacle during the escape, so the Whisper only appeared to protect the cars from the debris. At the edge of Midgar Expressway, they encounter a Sephiroth clone, which didn't happen in the original. This was the breaking point where the planet believed that the change in the Beagle timeline are too broken for the Whisper to fix. This caused a lot of Whisper to cover the entire Midgard to contain the situation and prevent any more change. This is where the Singularity event happens so the Harbinger can attempt to do a mass correction, but failed in the hands of Cloud's party. After the Singularity event, the Whisper dispersed from Midgar. The game ends with the saying, "The unknown journey will continue." I believe this is a great way to end the game. This gives us more questions than answers. This one small event where a minor non-playable character, Wedge, survived Sector 7 plate drop, caused a butterfly effect. Its survival caused a chain event that occurred differently from the original game, breaking the timeline of predetermined events. How would a shift of timeline affect the later remake games? I guess we won't know until the second remake comes out. Make sure to leave a like and comment on this video. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to this channel right now by hitting the subscribe button above me.